So do you want to know those 4 things that could be seen as a red flag on your spousal sponsorship application? I'll discuss all of that in this video. Hi, my name is Ibad. I'm a licensed immigration consultant based in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. If you're planning to submit your spousal sponsorship and you're looking to get some help from a professional, you can get in touch with me. The link is in the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you. So, today I'll be discussing the most important element of your spousal sponsorship application, which is genuineness in a relationship. So, what is genuineness in a relationship? Well, in short, the IRCC officer wants to know that your relationship as a sponsor with the applicant is actually genuine and you did not get into a relationship just to get permanent residence in Canada. If the officer is of the opinion that you, as an applicant, got married to the sponsor just to get permanent residence in Canada, your application could be in trouble. You could potentially receive a refusal. So I'll be discussing 4 important elements that could be seen as a red flag on your application if not addressed properly. So those 4 red flags, if not addressed properly, could cause an issue for your spousal sponsorship application because they do not help you in establishing genuineness of relationship on your application. So what are those 4 red flags? I'm going to talk about them one by one. So the first one is age gap. So let's say the applicant is 22 years of age and the sponsor is 35 plus, or vice versa. That could be seen as a red flag. So with that age gap, you will have to convince an immigration officer that even though you have an age gap, you can still make that relationship work. And you're going to have to provide details of how you got in touch with each other, how you established your relationship over the period of months and years or whatever, and how you eventually decided to get married. Number 2, second red flag, previous relationships and previous divorces. That could also be seen as a red flag on your spousal sponsorship application. So if this is your second or third marriage, or let's say this is your second or third spousal sponsorship application, let me tell you something. You're gonna have to wait for a while before your application could be finalized. Majority of the times, these kind of cases do take time to process, and you have to provide as much details as possible and make sure no stone is left unturned to convince an immigration officer. Number 3, third red flag, not putting enough effort into making your relationship public. If all you submitted to an IRCC is you standing with your spouse taking a selfie, that's not going to convince an immigration officer. You have to provide more evidence, otherwise, it could be seen as a red flag. So, if you had a traditional wedding, make sure you have photos where people attended your wedding, people like relatives, friends, co workers. Also, if you are on social media, make sure that you make your relationship public and provide proof of that to IRCC. Number 4, fourth and final red flag, interracial marriages and interreligious marriages. So in these kind of marriages, the applicant and sponsor, they both come from different backgrounds, they both come from different cultures, they believe in different religions, and in some cases, they don't speak the same language. With such differences, how did they find a common ground to be able to develop their relationship? That's where they'll have to convince an immigration officer. To counter all these red flags, one thing is for sure, you have to provide as much detail as possible and as much evidence as possible to get a positive outcome on your application. I hope this video helps, and for more such videos, subscribe to my channel and stay tuned.